go live and then make sure you guys can see the charts. Can you guys see it as well? Let's just make sure and get that out the way. You guys know how it goes. There. Right. Set up the chats. We're good. Perfect. Atlas. What's up, Atlas? What's up, Jocko? Jocko, I think sales are looking good. Guys, I was liking sales for both the UK 100 and DAX, and let's just jump straight into it. So why not? But UK 100 has sold off. So again, it just goes to show my bias was correct, is expecting UK 100 to have that sell. But again, it just happened way too early and we weren't able to capitalize on it. Going forward, yes, I do think sales could continue to take place. We could break this area. One big thing is, again, filling this area in here and continue with this overall internal bullish structure. But my big thing behind it is, again, if you look at the hourly, again, yesterday, you guys know we were looking for this push. And actually, if you guys were here yesterday, we did not take a trade, but our trade actually did play out. We did actually end up getting entry right here. Stops would have been down here and price played out. It did, right? So beautiful trade that played out, but it would just happen way too late. It wasn't too late. I mean, it happened about an hour after open. So can't be mad, but this is good data, really good data. It just tells us that our overall bias or overall higher time frame bias of expecting price to go up was correct. And yes, we also had the bias for price to go down, but once we saw price react like this, where we came down, filled this gap and just had a massive bullish reaction and already having previous bullish order flow, again, it kind of shows price is going to go up. But now that we've done that, we've facilitated the pullback, I'm thinking price can now start coming back down to continue its overall bearish structure. Because again, you got to remember, price previously broke these lows, broke that low, facilitated the pullback. So what is price most likely going to do now? Continue with its overall trend, right? So the way we're going to play it is based off that. I don't think I'm necessarily going to take sells from here because honestly, I think price could be subject to pulling all the way back up to these gaps and then coming down. I just don't want to play back that big of a stop loss. DAX, on the other hand, oh, that sucks dick. I'm not mad, but like I wanted to take a fucking trade today and like this shit, because again, same bias, guys, is I was waiting for a break of this area. Stops would have been here, TP here. And again, I'm not in. If you're just joining up, I saw a couple people join, but the bias, same thing, higher time frames. We've already facilitated a pullback. Yes, we didn't come as high as UK 100, but we've already come into an area where price is now at a point that it can start selling off. Yes, we can see a deeper pullback, but it doesn't have to. And again, that's where it comes down to lower time frame, and we can come down to the 5-minute, and we can already see prices already started to show this bearish internal structure, right? So after seeing this break here, which I wish this would have waited for London Open, I would have executed on this, targeting the next area of liquidity, which is this, and possibly holding runners due to the fact that, once again, price is overall, I mean, actually price isn't overall bearish in this case, but I do think price is bound to sell. So, and it's showing that. But again, we don't enter this early, and honestly, going forward, we really don't enter early anymore at all. So this could just lead or be a fake out for all we know. It could be, right? Am I going to take buys? I don't think so. I don't think so. Depends on how price reacts. If price just reacts beautifully here, bottom wicks, and then just like maybe, but even then, my higher time frame bias, other than that we still have a little bit of imbalance up here that price could come into, I don't know about buys. Okay, I don't want to say it's another no trade day, but guys, that's trading for you at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit here, like, I can call a setup for you guys, but I don't want to call you guys a bullshit setup and just fuck up the week. You know what I'm saying? We've already had a great week. Price has been playing out. Even though price didn't give us a setup right away yesterday, it still won. Today, price may not give us a setup because it played out early, but it may still win. And it's just good data. Granted, I can't be mad with good data going forward. So, you know, stick around. We still may get in a trade. You guys never know. Buys may end up looking beautiful. Again, we still have 11 minutes. And within 11 minutes, I personally think a lot can change. Again, price can make a massive bottom wick and just start pumping. And buys can all of a sudden now look good, right? But do I think they are? Maybe, maybe not. We could come take these highs here. Again, yesterday ended pretty bullish, so that we'll see. We'll see. Casper, what's up? Cartoony, what's up? Because again, what happened yesterday with UK 100? Again, we also expected sells off this level. What did price do? Came down, filled this gap, and continue with its overall bullish trend. Right. So again, I'm not subject. I'm not ignoring the fact that buys could be good. What's up, Teresa? How much do you make a month off prop firms? It just depends how much I'm trading them. Because sometimes like I'll be taking a trade cartoony and I'll take it on my main, like my live. And by the time I go over to my prop firm accounts, it's too late. It's too late. So I don't really care. Mally. Mally. I'm not incels, guys. Don't jump the gun. Again, if price just dumps, it is what it is. Guess what? Tells us coming into tomorrow, we just have more confidence that price is doing what we want it to do. It's just not doing it at the time we want it to do. And ultimately, we can't change anything about that. Cartoony, there is copy traders. I just don't like them. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't really want to use them. Either way, like my main focus is my live either way. Like I could really care less. Like when it comes to my funded accounts too, like I'll be trading fucking gold midday. Like not caring. Like I think the other day, like on gold, I made like $500. They're just fucking around. I don't trade gold. You guys know I fucking hate gold. FDIC breaking too. Yeah, guys, sales look good, but it's just happening way too early for us. Again, if your plan or your system allows you to enter early, by all means, shoot. But I gotta follow my system. Again, I'm here trading for me, right? I'm just here to educate you guys and give you a second opinion, truly. Jocko, you gonna take any trades? Guys, it's beautiful textbook setups. Beautiful. Again, liquidity sweeps out the ass. I mean, you can see price sweep all this sell side. Probably not now. Yeah, Jocko. It's just UK100 too. I mean, it looks good, but also there's not a good area for stop loss. I mean, stop loss would either be here or here, unless you have a certain limit. Like I have a 15-point stop loss on UK100. If that's your style trading, go for it. Here is a little bit better. You actually have an area or a high to put it at. If price during London does retest, I personally won't get in. Price already broke. I am aggressive. I don't really trade it based off retests. Again, it could still look beautiful. GBP, I got you, my guy. So actually in my Discord, you can see right here, I still have it. I do a weekly outlook in my Discord if you're in there. It's a free Discord. It's just free community. So I do weekly outlook every week on GA actually and GJ and EU. But we are bearish. Again, daily has broken these lows, has broken this low too. So if we go down to the 4 hour, this is how I would play it. I'm already expecting a pullback. Price has already actually pulled back into equilibrium, but I do think price could come deeper due to this imbalance here and here. Again, I do think that could happen. So when it comes to lower time frames, again, you can just play this bullish structure. You can see price still respecting these areas. This area was nice. The reason I didn't enter here was because there was no liquidity sitting within here. But now that price is starting to break higher, I can maybe look for a lower time frame setup. There was one here. Kind of missed that, not gonna lie. This is actually fucking beautiful. Oh my gosh, what time does this happen at? 6 in the morning. Wow, can't believe I missed that. That was a beautiful setup right here. I can't lie to you. I'm gonna have to back test that. But again, going forward, I could still see myself entering if price gives me possible entries. But as of right now, there's not much to play off of. But this GA right here was actually quite fire. I can't believe I missed that. I really can't believe. I'll look up this for you guys. Cartoony. And again, I trade Forex a little bit different when it comes to indices. If you're confused as to why I'm like switching through these, I do have two different systems. I trade Forex, I trade intraday, and again, the GA trade that I kind of just broke down explains it to you guys. And I'm mostly talking to the AMA people right now who are new to me. This is how I usually trade for Forex. Again, it's been a little bit slower and not as many opportunity. Again, it's more higher time frame. This is more like an hour setup. And again, I'm playing it throughout a day or two, sometimes even throughout the week. But this was a beautiful setup. I can't lie. Honestly, I got to go back test this because I'm actually mad at myself for missing this because there has been so little opportunity. When there is opportunity, you really want to be on top of it. But sometimes it's hard when I'm trading indices as well. But let's look at this market for you. Definitely bearish. You can see that. So we could expect a pullback, but at the point it's at right now, you really can't do much. I think you either need to wait for a pullback and continue selling with its trend, or you just look to capitalize on like a 5-minute break of structure, pull back into a demand, and then capitalize on that short-term pullback of that lower time frame leg. Wait, are you not Luca? This is Nick, Luca's older brother. Yeah, guys, if you guys didn't know, I am Luca's older brother. I am, if you guys did not know that. So the more you know, you know. Wow, beautiful sells. I can't lie. Sad it happened so early. At this point, we're just kind of gonna chill around, see what happens at London Open, and kind of talk about things, see what data we can get from certain, from whatever happens, I guess you could say. And then I want to know if you guys took any trades. I like how you analyze. Looks like good experience. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, I do have a lot of experience. Again, like a lot of just sitting here myself, backtesting, research, data. Data is a big thing too, guys. Like, you don't understand how much experience you're going to get from getting data. Like, I have years of data that I can just go back on and look at. I'm not saying I always do that, but at some point I did, or I still do with like more recent data, especially if I'm like, especially if there's something that I know that I'm looking to get data on specifically, you know, and then you just kind of gain experience through looking back on it, tracking it. Because after every trade I take, you guys don't understand, I put in my trading journal, I get as much data as I possibly can from that singular trade, win, loss. Even if I don't take it, I'll get data. If it was my setup and it played out like this case right here, price comes down to full TP at London Open, I'm going to go put this in my data as a backtesting section. In a backtesting section, and then from there I also go and make a YouTube video on it. So I'm just, you know, if it's not a secret, I biggest trade, it definitely was in the 4 figures. I'd have to look, but biggest payout was 15,000, but that wasn't just one trade. But I think I did have my biggest trade in there. Is it sensitive, Edgar? What the fuck? So he's gonna start hitting them fuckboy boys on the blocks if you gas them up too much. Edgar, chill. Do you guys like the vlogs? Have you guys seen? Some of you guys may not have seen my vlog, but if you guys did, do you guys like it? Tell me. I got a lot of good feedback on it. People say keep posting them like that. You let me know. Cartoony, what do you think? Edgar, what do you think? No, I was expecting sales on open. Just show the chart now again. Can you guys see the chart, right? Yeah, we'll just see. At this point, we got 2 minutes. You in this trade? King, I am not in this trade, guys. For anyone's asking, I'm not in this trade. I did like this trade, I'll tell you that. And I was looking to enter in on this trade, but I don't like entering this early. If I do ever enter early, it's like 20 seconds early, but I'm honestly getting data on that to see if that's worth doing, because the past couple times we have entered early, even if it's just on accidents, like we have a limit set and it enters us in unexpectedly, they are fake outs. So the fits though. But I'm not in the short. I don't like entering this early. But granted, price still looks good. I do think price is going to end up running down no matter what into these Asia lows. But again, it's good data. I can't be mad. However, do you think it is for Forkshare to grow a small account to over 6 figures? It's doable, but like you really have to have a plan. And like when it comes to a small account, like let's say it's $1,000. Let's say you start at $1,000. It just depends on how you risk and depends on how fast you want to make that 6 figures. Because if you have appropriate risk, you have a good system, and you're a good trader, I mean, depending on your returns per month, it could take you a year. It could take you longer. But again, you're starting at that smaller account, right? But if you take it more of like a flipping style and you're very aggressive, high risk, high reward, I mean, you could really do that pretty fast. But again, there's a lot of risk involved. It's less trading, and in some cases it still can be trading. If you have a great plan behind it, do it. But a lot of times it's, you know, you never know when you're going to take a loss. Like the best trades can be losses. Like you can have the best looking setup, like this setup here. This is a textbook setup. Nothing better than this, I could genuinely say. Let's say price did give us entry at London Open. Price could still be subject to losing, because London could have a different objective. Price could have a different objective, right? And that's just trading. So coming into it and flipping accounts, let's say it looks good, you want to go high risk. Why? Because it's a high probability trade, and granted, most of the time it wins, but sometimes it does lose. And if you take that loss, again, you're just getting hit hard. But it's doable. It's just really about your approach. I have witnessed people, Jim, like I have this one friend and he trades gold, and a couple people know him. I believe his name is Jake, or you may know him. His name is Jacob. But he's done it a couple times, but there's a reason, and you guys probably see this yourself. There's a reason people aren't always doing these big account flips, right? Even like, Mark during Asia, price played out beautifully, guys. Can't be mad at this. I'm mad because we didn't make money today. I'm mad because we didn't make money. Could you take a look at NQ? I will right now. But going back to what I was saying, is there's a reason people aren't doing account flips on a consistent basis, trying to reach for this 100-figure mark, because it's inconsistent. It's no longer trading. Like you now are just shooting and just gambling in a sense, in some ways, right? Like you could still have a good risk approach, but if you're just trying to flip your account, that's more of like a gambling thing. I guess you have an edge in some way, shape, or form, but you just don't know when that edge is not going to play out, and you could be risking max. Are you friends with FX Alex G? I am not friends with him. I wish I was. If you guys know FX Alex G, you let him know. I'll gladly take him to dinner. And I'll pay. I just hope he doesn't make me pay no fucking 10 fucking racks at a dinner. I'm not there yet. Soon, hopefully, but 10 racks at dinner. Hey, I'll make a stream. Did you guys enter trade? Hey, Miche, sorry. I'm also live on YouTube. So if you guys are like thinking I'm talking to myself and shit, I'm not that crazy. Like, I'm not that. I'm not him. So I'm also live on YouTube. I should probably throw the chat up so you guys can see it. I'll do that next time for you guys so you guys can also see chat. But sometimes, bro, my YouTube chat's a bit like on the sus side. I don't know why. I don't know why I like that. I follow you on IG. Yeah, you do, Michi. I believe I do. I follow you too. How you doing, bro? I'm glad you're in here. Guys, beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. You guys already know we didn't get in, or I didn't get in. A lot of people didn't. If you guys got in, let me know if you got in. Let me know how much money you made. But granted, can't be mad. Analysis played out. We know what we're looking at. We know what we're doing, but we can't always control when price plays out. We can't, right? But good data, right? I just told you guys I don't like entering early because a lot of times it is a fake out. But the reason I said I'm still getting data on is because in situations like this where price did break early, but we had a very, very high probability setup. And I mean high. And when I say high probability, not only did we have Asia lows to target, we also just finished facilitating this pullback. We were bearish previously. If we look at this leg here, so we can assume that price should come down with its overall trend. Same thing for UK 100. We broke early. Again, in this case, we already swept Tokyo lows, but we know that price is overall bearish. We facilitated that pullback, and we can now expect price to at least have that momentary sell-off, if not continue its overall bearish trend, right? So super simple trading, guys. Super simple. Vibing on Warzone tonight and the 5K day. I love that. Hell yeah. If you guys don't know Michi, bro, go follow Michi on Instagram, guys. I believe it's just Michi on Instagram, right? I know there's something. Not Michi. Bro's a G. Hell yeah. Bro's a G. I love that. Vibing on Warzone. I used to play Warzone quite a bit, bro. I can't lie to you. But let's run it whenever. I'd be down, bro. I'll hit you up on Instagram. I gotta download it. Honestly, I had some good times on there. Good times. But guys, beautiful day. I mean, there's really not much to say. I can't really celebrate. I mean, but I can't be mad. Togi's such a goat. Togi is a joke. Is a goat. Who do you think is one of the best Forex traders? Forex traders. Do you guys know ZM Capitals? I can't say he's the best forex trader in the sense that he is making the most money, but bro is like one of the first guys that put me on to supply and demand and like really took my trading to the next level. Can't wait to start trading again, bro. What's up, Rice Ninja? Supply and demand. Cartoony, see, you know him, you know, bro. Yeah, he really put me on supply and demand concepts, and I just ran with it. And you know, I mean, obviously this isn't supply and demand concepts anymore, but just the general knowledge that I obtained, and then when I went to the markets, and just again over years of just experience, trial and error, and just, you know, now I'm here. I'd want to meet him one day. And just be like, you know, I don't want to say he put me on trading because my homie put me on trading, but like he was like the first like course I bought. And yeah, and I'm not saying I made any money at that point, but it wasn't about that. Like my mindset, even as a student, even when I was learning, is when you're buying a course, when you're purchasing anything as far as like a mentorship, like it's not like I didn't expect just to get rich off that. I knew that, and I knew how trading was, and I'm glad I had that mindset early on, right? Because someone can teach you something, but if you don't apply it correctly, it's not going to work the same way, right? But it's just a transfer of data. What I paid for was the data that he accumulated over the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years that he was trading, and I got it in a matter of months, and then I was able to apply it and have a bigger edge on other people. And granted, it still took me a while to then find my edge and to see profitability, but ultimately I did get there. And you know, he runs a pot firm. I know, bro's balling now. What is supply and demand concept? So like, just trading supply and demand. So like, the way I trade Forex is completely different. Like, I still have a general idea of higher time frames and multi-time frame analysis and just understanding how price moves. You know how price moves in waves. But the way I enter on Forex pairs is a lot different compared to how I'd enter on DAX or indices, right? You guys know with my London session trading, I enter right at London. I usually enter on a breakout. Where it comes to Forex, I look for supply and demand entries, meaning, you know, I wait for price to pull back into an area of, in my case, interest, where I can clearly see that price left an area of demand imbalance usually, and then I look to shoot. But in most cases, it's a little bit more complex, right? You can really go in depth. You'd have to like watch one of my videos or kind of stick around. I don't go too far in depth on Forex. I don't anymore, but it is like where I have most experience, I guess. So I still trade it. I still call signals and all that. So, but guys, beautiful. Honestly, I'm not mad. Yeah, we could have made a lot of money today. We could have, but granted, it could have been opposite. I tell you guys this all the time. Trading isn't always like this, and it's good to see this because it plays out and it gives us confidence coming into tomorrow. It gives you guys confidence coming in tomorrow that our bias and overall higher time frame analysis or even lower time frame analysis is playing out, right? So when it comes to tomorrow, if we see the same setup, guess what we're shooting? But tomorrow, it could be the same setup and we end up losing. That's the reality of things. That's trading. Granted, we're already up on the week and we'd be fine 100%. But again, you never know. Same thing with today. Price could have came down here. You could have entered early thinking price is looking good, and then price just shoots up. But that's where risk management comes in and all that. So short little stream today. Again, usually when we're in a trade, we're celebrating here, popping bottles. I'm just kidding. I might start popping bottles, to be honest. But I'm gonna go at the gym. It's a little late. Kind of want a little second session. You guys know how the grind is. So if you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I put it in the chat. I'll put it in the AMA chat right now. Because I'm always posting when I go live. Always a bunch of cool stuff. Giveaway soon. Gonna hit 15K soon. Once I hit 20K, maybe we'll do a massive giveaway. $1 million funded account giveaway or something. So with that being said, I'm out of here. You guys are amazing. I'll see you tomorrow. Same exact time, 11:45. We're still on a win streak. Haven't taken trades in the 2 days, but that does not matter. Why? Because our bias has played out and our analysis has been correct for those past 2 days, and that's all that matters. Gonna come into tomorrow. We're gonna kill it. We're gonna continue the win streak. I'll see you guys then. You guys are amazing. I'm out of here. What's up, YouTube Live? You little fucking jits. I'm a totally different person when that AMA is off. Totally different. You know, and there's probably some people who are in that AMA who are also in here. And it's not that I'm less or more filtered on the AMA, right? It's just, I feel like if I say the wrong thing, it could really go south a lot faster than what it can here. And I'm not saying the wrong thing ever, but when motherfuckers like Cartoony come in my stream and start talking shit and rage baiting me, the unimaginable wants to come out of my fucking mouth. And I feel more comfortable saying it here. But you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys joining up seriously every single day. At least 20 of you guys consistently in here. We had a good little viewers today. I can't lie to you. I think we, yeah, it was good. But beautiful bias, beautiful analysis. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Again, that's really why I want you guys here, because truly, I just want you learning something more than anything, right? And this is simple shit. But like, when's the mentorship dropping though? Ooh, the waitlist is out, Edgar. Again, we're going to kind of go for a couple weeks, just kind of get people on the wait list, and then again shoot from there. So if you guys want to check that out, again, go follow me on Instagram, NiicksFX. Guys, you guys are amazing. You guys already know me. And on Luca's stream tomorrow, don't forget to remind him that he is my little brother. Don't ever let him forget that. That being said, I'm out of here. All love. You guys are amazing. Have an amazing rest of your night.